We're going to begin as a subcommittee. We're going to start the hearing for Senate Bill 1031, sponsored by Senator Moon. Senator, thank you for being here. Begin when you are ready.
And thank you, Mr. Chair and committee. My name is Mike Moon. I represent the Missouri 29th Senatorial District. And today I'm presenting Senate Bill 11, excuse me. Need to get some reader glasses, I think, because it looks like the zero is merging in. 1031. This bill primarily is mirroring, in large part, the governor's executive order, and it just states that no taxpayer dollars can be spent on internal programs, staff positions, trainings, initiatives branded as DEI or similar programs to promote preferential treatment based on race, sex, ethnicity, and related categories. I could read some more bullet points, but I think that we're pressed for time, so I will just stop there. And if you have questions, I'll do my best to answer them.
Any questions from the committee? Seeing none, we'll start taking testimony in favor. First person to testify in favor of Senate Bill 1031, come forward. Seeing none, anyone here to testify in opposition to the Senate bill?
I can probably do her testimony for her, if you like.
Welcome.
We meet again. How are you, sir?
Good to be with you. Thanks.
Make sure you have a witness form filled out. State your name and begin when ready.
Thank you. See a pen? Nimrod Chappell on behalf of the Missouri State Conference of the NAACP. I have to tell you that Missouri's got a long history, and I keep thinking that one day we're going to be able to turn the corner a little bit to move forward in some ways. There are lots of ways to do that, but ignoring our history is not part of that. I think you have to recognize some of the problems that have been uniquely Missouri's, and we could talk about all of those, but they're all problems that we know about. You think about the Missouri Compromise, you think about the Dred Scott decision, you think about existing inequities, and in 2017 the state conference through the national organization issued the very first travel advisory ever for the NAACP. And the reason that we did that was because things happening in the state are simply not fair. They're not right. There are inequities that you can see all the way through government, through some of the private sector, and the removal of protections and allowances, if you will, for inclusion and equity only exacerbate those. They don't improve them at all. And I think that that's ultimately one of the larger issues that we have to face. If Missouri ever wants to get off of the back page to rise above the middle, we're going to have to acknowledge everybody as citizens and being fair and equal. The NAACP has litigation currently going against a number of measures. Those go from voting all the way through making sure that motorists can be safe on the road, to transparency in government through sunshine issues, to remove permanently the concept that equity and inclusion should just not just thought about, but it's not an afterthought, that you can't exclude people and then say that everything's fair.
Sir, I'm so sorry. We didn't catch your name.
Nimrod Chappell?
Thank you, Nimrod. And you're representing the NAACP?
I am.
Great. And I apologize. We have a number of bills to hear, and we have another obligation at 3:30. So if you wouldn't mind, we should have said that at the beginning, but we're all sort of running. Do you mind concluding your thoughts?
I don't mind at all.
Thank you.
I certainly oppose it. We oppose it here before this committee, and I tell you what, Missouri's got an option to not make another mistake. If you want to stay on the front page and you want to continue doing things in a way that doesn't recognize the decency and humanity and all of God's creation, then this course that we're currently on is one to stay on. But if you want to do something different that's in line with our moral character, that's what we need to do and deny this bill.
Thank you for being here. Any questions for this witness? No. Thank you, sir. Anyone else here to testify in opposition? Anyone here for informational purposes? Thank you, Senator. That will conclude our hearing on Senate Bill 1031. Looks like Senator Henderson is not yet here, so why don't we go ahead and start with House Bill 2180. Representative Griffith, if you'd please come forward.
Madam Chair and members of the committee, for the record, Representative Dave Griffith. I represent the 60th District, which is right here in Jefferson City, and I'm here to present to you House Bill 2180. Madam Chair, this is the bill that you heard last year in this committee. This bill will actually save the state of Missouri $2.1 million. I doubt that you will hear very many bills during this session that will actually save the state money. This bill actually, and I know you're short on time today, so I'll try to make this quick. This really streamlines the notice for taxpayers to receive delinquent notices. Currently, they need to be sent by registered mail, by certified mail, and this will move that to first-class mail. Really, this bill came about from a constituent of mine that let me know she's part of the blind community, and when the blind receive a certified mail notice, the notice is put on their door. They can't see the notice on their door, and so many of them miss those notices and can really disrupt their blind pension fund. Really affects those that are in rural Missouri where they can't, in order to get to a post office to pick it up. Many post offices, and I found this out this year, many post offices are only open for half a day in some of these towns. So transportation getting there, if you live in a metro area, is maybe easier for you. My witness that's going to testify here today had to find somebody a ride to get here to come to the Capitol today to testify. So this bill is going to be good for Missouri. It's going to be good for those that are really concerned about it. And so I ask for your support.
Thank you, Representative. Any questions for the representative? Seeing none, first witness to testify in support, please come forward.
Hold on, Rita.
I'm sorry. Thank you so much.
It's pretty tight and hard to navigate even for the seeing, so I don't want you to feel bad.
Thank you. Okay. Good afternoon, Chairman Coleman and members of this committee. My name is Rita Lynch. I'm here from Jefferson City, and Representative Griffith happens to be my representative, and he's carried this bill for several years, and it seems like a small thing, but it's so just a minor change of the wording, and it would mean so very much to those of us who are blind, who gets this little notice that you have a certified letter. They put it on the door or they put it on a piece of mail, and then, transportation is a big problem for us. And we need to get there, and there's a limit of like 10 days to be able to renew one's eligibility. So it's a big thing for us, and we truly appreciate if you all would support this bill, and it would save the state a lot of money. Thank you so much. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you so much for your testimony. Do you have any questions of this witness? Seeing none, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
Were you able to fill out a form?
I did.
Great, thank you so much.
Yes.
Anyone else here to testify in support of House Bill 2180?
Good afternoon, Madam Chairman and members of the committee. I'm Zach White, the Legislative Director for Missouri Department of Revenue. This has been a 6-year endeavor for myself and Representative Griffith. I will say this is a priority of the department. What House Bill 2180 really does, it just modernizes the tax notice delivery by allowing the department to send the deficiencies by regular first-class mail instead of the certified mail costs. One of the things is every July we have had an increase in the certified mail costs and it's baked in for the next few years that we're going to see these increase happen every year. There was a 9.2% increase in July of 2025, which is a 45-cent increase to certified mailing. So certified mailing would be you pay the certified mailing costs plus the first class costs. So, and this bill will actually save the Missouri taxpayers $2.3 million in a year for not sending out certified mailing. But it also, if they go to choose to do electronic notification, that will save even more money for Missouri taxpayers as well. The department actually sends out over 10 million pieces of mail annually, so we are kind of like our own little, we could be our own little post office in the state of Missouri. And then I will say 50% of our certified mailings come back to the department undeliverable. So that's costing about $1.2 million a year. And we believe that this will really, it continues to give the protection to the taxpayers in regards to notices, but it also allows to give the taxpayers a choice if they want to have electronic requested. And just to top it off, you know, we all know that the postal service has become very interesting in the last few years, especially since COVID. But I would encourage the committee to read the audit in regards to the St. Louis Distribution Center and see the amount of mail that is not getting delivered to constituents across the state of Missouri. We do see it's faster to do first-class mail. It takes about 2 weeks from start to finish for someone to even pick up their certified mailing. So we think that would help out a lot.
Thank you so much. Any
Yep.
questions for this witness? Seeing none. Anyone else here to testify in support? Anyone here to testify in opposition? Is there anyone here for informational purposes only? Seeing none, thank you, Representative. This concludes our hearing on House Bill 2180. Next up, Senator Henderson, if you'd please come forward and present Senate Bill 1484.
Thank you, Madam Chairwoman and committee member. For the record, Mike Henderson, State Senator from the 3rd Senatorial District, presenting Senate Bill 1484, Progressive Design Build. I've got a little bit of a background on this because we never actually built a building this way, but we looked at it in years past. I had a couple of friends who did build these kind of buildings in their school district. Just give you a little bit of a background. Design build a construction method where the owner hires one team to handle both the design and the construction of a project. So like an all-in-one shop. This is different from hiring an architect first and then hiring a separate contractor. Missouri Design Build Law is Section 67.150/5060 has been in place for 10 years. 10 years. What does Senate Bill 1484 do? It updates the law to allow cities, school districts, and other public entities in Missouri to use phased or progressive design build when it does make sense for their project. What is progressive design build? Teams are selected based on qualification and experience. The owner, designer, and contractor work together in phases. Costs are developed collaboratively before a final price is set. Senate Bill 1484 to give smaller communities across the same access to the same modern tools larger cities already use. Help control costs and reduce change orders by identifying the risks early. Increase transparency by clearly defining the project scope and price before final approval. Important to know this bill does not require anyone to use progressive design build. It simply gives the public entities another option to choose if it works best for them. So it's kind of an all-in-one shop and gives you the ability to do this, especially in smaller communities. Sometimes that's when cost is so imperative, I think it helps them a great deal. And with that, I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Senator, I've never heard you talk so fast. I don't have any questions, do you?
Sorry about that, but I've got a committee going
I know,
upstairs
we've
and
all
another
got to
bill
be
over
in
there.
18 different places at once. Anyone here to testify in support? please come forward.
Good afternoon. Laura Holloway, Executive Director with the Missouri Municipal League. Just want to go on record in support of this bill. Appreciate you bringing it forward and the options that it brings to Missouri communities.
Any questions for this witness? Thank you for your testimony. Anyone here to testify in support?
Good afternoon, Madam Chair. James Harris representing the Design Build Institute of America Midwest. We think it's a time-tested construction delivery method. We've used it for about 10 years, a version of this. In Chapter 67, the phased or progressive design build just kind of expands things. We think it's a great extra tool to reduce costs or control costs and reduce change orders. With that, I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you for your testimony. Any questions? Next witness in support?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Members of the committee, Sam Panettiere on behalf of Burns and McDonnell Engineering. I'd like to go on record in support. We also think it's good for increased efficiencies. And, you know, we see this a lot in home rule cities like Kansas City and think it'd be a good tool option for smaller communities to have.
Thank you for your testimony. Next witness in support. I'm just going to assume there's no questions unless you. Yeah.
Morgan Mundell with the American Council of Engineering Companies to go on record.
I'm so sorry. Can you say who you're with again?
Morgan Mundell with the American Council of Engineering Companies of Missouri. It is a mouthful. Just to go on record in support of the bill, we feel this is another tool in the toolbox for local municipalities.
Thank you for your testimony. Seeing no questions, next witness in support.
Madam Chair, Shannon Cooper today representing the Greater Kansas City Chamber of Commerce. We just want to go on record in support of the bill. Be happy to answer any questions.
Seeing none, thank you for your
Thank you.
testimony. Next witness in support.
I'm not even going to sit down, Madam Chair, members of the committee. Fred Drawing today representing the builders, a chapter of the AGC based in Kansas City, and also the Missouri Association of Municipal Utilities, and we would like to go on record in support.
Thank you. Do you have the multiple agencies listed out on your form?
I do.
Perfect.
Two
Thank you.
different forms.
I appreciate it.
You got it. Thank you.
Anyone else here to testify in support? Is anyone here in opposition? Going once, going twice. Karen might have to call you if your handwriting's that bad, Mike. Seeing none. Anyone here for informational purposes only? Seeing none. That will conclude the hearing on Senate Bill 1484. And the hearing is going to continue as a did you have anything you wanted to add?
One
Sorry,
last thing, there may be a substitute coming, but no substantial changes. A couple words. I think it was the AGC that actually wanted a couple little things in there that doesn't change anything substantial, but we will get it to your office right away.
I appreciate that. Sorry, we had already concluded on the hearing, but I'm sure that we still were able to hear what you had to say. Thank you, Senator, if you can go, if you need to, the next thing. We're going to have to hang out as a subcommittee and just pause while we're waiting for other senators to come so that we're able to have a quorum established so that these hearings count. So we're going to just go ahead and set pause for a minute. Mr. Secretary, if you would please call the roll. We texted it to you.
Coleman.
Here.
Hudson. Here. Bean. Brown. Here. Carter. Lewis. Williams. O'Laughlin.
With 4 members present, we have a quorum. Thank you very much for coming and helping us make quorum, Cindy. And with that, we will adjourn this hearing on government efficiency.
Jim, that was all done right, wasn't it? Perfect.